for mamu na ache mamu akwaba no pay Edmoba KFM TV so anope emraso sensema yabo no efie mu no yedninia ebesom no so pe mu kase wo KFM TV ne so anope nsem no do so ye papa na dwumeko bi adaroma ana anope wo mo ebo mechi do ma mede nsem no mede ebesom asida eni kabia enkonfama KFM Musical Center wo mo eton instrument bia se ope combo guitar microphone speaker drum set no ninia no Udweni Echimo KFM Musical Center Share wonsa ebekasa instruments ni na bi uba nan ekopiemu ewa santimante ma obehu amochi akwan ewa dum wo mo ne Sambra Hotel no ana bonhwe ni mo nkarmante ma so no wo mo ewa Accra Zongole ne ntu betimi akomakache na wakoje instrument ya papa ebo no so eda form boko anope eye talent microfinance enso esika krabia womo aba womo ebo nipa dodo na mo musika sem age 99 so eno nti se wo ye ankran me sorry na mo pe baby edi musika esie no mema eno enya odadwen esanse talent for ba womo ebema musika sem age 99 so brane ade ama anope womo so eso masnema meden sem no mede ebe somo asida biom ebe kwa madada ba tech up womo eton phones ene ho akande bia se Infinix, iPhone, Samsung, Tecno, Yam. Nini ano kwa dada ba tech hub ubenya phones ni bi ebuwa ni so de eda phone boko ebusia for anope jumeko we adaroma no mo so masinema mede nsem no mede eba beso mo na anope nsem no edosu ye papa na osemufo asem me okenkan fo emi so mede ebeso mo se no super mu kase wo KFM TV ne so na nsem no de ebedimu akotene ebie ne se eyofo aso enyebi mrahye bedwa ne kojo opon kroma endedwe wono so de nsem bi abetidwa efa Ghana yesika sem a eno yede mu nsem yede ebeba abesomo ewo hosa sa enso anakwami A+ wono so de nsem bi abetidwa wo chemu se Ghana ya kwanti mpon nsem no afia yebesim no na wo mbehwe ama wo mo aya eno big push program no eno ana ebeboa masaju mediewe etimi akoso ye papa ewo my Ghana ha no so yede mu nsem yede ebeba abesom yede dwede nsem ebeka ho ede amo abetodwa se eye gold board penny awoda no Sami Jenfi wo January bosumi ne de toso enum no eyade a wo beba amontene na ode nsem bi abetodwa ede afa gold board ehwan no so yede mu nsem yede ebebrewo anope ewo sa yede ni jede nsem ebeka ho ede amo eye enwumtuni ya eba ne high life a wobone homodin wo mu ye papa asay eye bua mefi endedre abetodwa se papa yi atwa nananom ewon sedro no sedie mu nsem yede ebebro we ni nsem ne afoforo pi ayabo ano a yede ebeso mo se no so mpe mo kase wo KFM TV no so edin anope meje so ene mami esin kroma me dane me hosima ba me ba nsem no me hyase ediam mamu ina akwaba eda masesa no pe muguso etmo TV no ha muguso hwe kase boy na mekoso kai wo sensemi etwegu ewe abefo ntentam video ne so Facebook and YouTube KFM TV GH no tubetimi ahwe bi na wa share na wa like na wa dwenche no so de go ase ama me kama me hyensem na se de ama ode a eye dom kwasi dom ketwa awo mo awo marahye bedwa fie ndedwe wo mo de nsem bi abetudwa fa Ghana yesika sem ha mo echemu se eye sesi aye market no yade a ho akwa atwe papa ye gold bond ho nsem no eno anadom ketwa wo mo aba montim a wo mo so wo mo ede wo mo nsem abetudwa ede afa ho KFM TV anope yenso ye di bi esomo ewo kase no so wo mo nsem a wo mo di tudwa no ebi eni
to you how these losses are being occasioned. Small-scale miners will not sell unless they are paid true global market prices, even if a slight discount is given to them, and at an exchange rate which the forex bureaus use. Second, the gold board therefore has to pay miners at real market value. However, gold board then sells the dollars it receives from offshore buyers back to the Bank of Ghana at the BOG or interbank rate, which is a weaker rate. Gold Board protects its books by passing the exchange rate losses directly onto the Bank of Ghana. So this is not a market fluctuation problem. This is a system that is designed to make losses and for the state to bleed, so intermediaries will remain secure and profitable. For those of you who recall, when the Gold Board Act was being passed, we extensively outlined why the regulator should be decoupled from a commercial entity that could do this and make profit. And you recall that we suggested that it would be better to have a limited liability company with capital so that this doesn't happen. This is exactly what has happened now. And so far, $214 million of loss, going towards $300 million by the end of the year.
Ebusiamfa nti ofan ase ayo bi mrahye bedwane kojo opon kroma wono ana ogina simpie ne apaso a ogina eyedom keto ano enima wode sansem na etudwana ne nsem no wanfa so a wosan edit dwabie ma wo chem se wo 2026 emu no se koba ne se IMF eye wom ho nsensem na kwa atwe na wo mantimi amba my Ghana mbeboa eye adefofro ben na Ghana betimi introduce ebeboa ama bibia na yesikasem etimi egina ne na so brane ede amaye eye kojo opon kroma wono ano edin semwe etudwamra woni semtwofo hia woni wo mo etwetwe enkomo.
Must be clear. A loss of $214 million has already been made. It will be about $300 million at the end of the year. And the people of Ghana cannot be taken for fools by some long-winded statements seeking to parry this tragedy away. Colleagues, the truth about this government is that they have not introduced any superior economic ideas to governance. All that they've been doing is rebranding, renaming all things that have been done, and sometimes even hiding the details until we, in the minority, call it out for the Ghanaian public to see. Now, today, they are relying on this rebranding, but rebranding without the requisite competence and the requisite attention to the structural issues will be disastrous in the end. And so we ask, so when the IMF is no longer here by the middle of 2026, and they have finished rebranding the ideas that they inherited, which new ideas will they be introducing? Which old ideas will they now be left with to copy? And who will be shepherding them? The previous administration in January 2025 handed over to them an economy that was far larger, far stronger, far less burdened by debt servicing than what they handed to us in January 2027. Their singular instinct has been to capitalize on the architecture that was innovated by the NPP. Gold for reserves, gold for oil, gold for forex are examples. And now, even that one, they are running into massive losses that you, the taxpayer, will have to pay at the end of the day. What have they contributed? Nothing. Just rebranding. They simply took the PMMC and the work that MIF was doing and decided to restructure it under the Gold Board and quickly pass a bill to grant it sweeping powers over all small-scale gold, plus 20% of all other produced gold by large-scale miners.
Ebusiafo nti kojo opon kroma wono ana odin semwe ebetu dwa ya no peyen so ye de bi ababesomo ewo kase no so ye do every sansem no na de wa concern from there National Chief Imam Sheikh Dr. Usman Nuhu Shaributu and they wo de abetu dwa wo chim se ohopie mo ewo framante ma metwe voter regional ade a weyi Owura Sheikh Ali Muniru wono ana weyi ni se voter regional imam Oha moche se efiade December bosmene de toso ediono insia ewa fimpinu ni ediono enno moment me ho asibia ekoso ewo ho Central Mosque no eno enenam so masisi ade mpenifo ede krata eba montinum ndrada December 29 fa National Chief Imam Shaibutu wono so wode in some way abetudwa ne final verdict no wode aba wochim se sisi ade Owura Sheikh Ali Muniru wono anna wonjina ho se voter regional imam ewo from Mantem ewo se nti some way anna National Chief Imam Sheikh Muniru Sheikh Shaibutu anope wode abetudwa yeso yedi bi ababe somo ewa anopa eye no so pemo kasia no eso na yedo free sansem no anope ne yedo akopiem ewo nsem from dia Kwame A+ ono so anope wabe kasa ediafa eye akwan ahoro ni project ahoro mampeni John Dramani Mahama wodi egu kwan mu wo my Ghana ha ye papa ni nia share the big push initiative na sineno ana Kwame A+ aba montima wo chem se Ghana ni bia enka na kuma ento ne yemisa se eye afia ye besimi 2026 no eye ade a wo mo bebom homode ama eye road project ahoro wo mo eye nyina no wo mo beye ni nia edi amo bibia wo chese eno eye the big push eye program no eno ano mo be hwe masa kwan we na wo mo hwe na wo mo esiesie ni nia edi amayen semwe ana Kwame A+ ono so ano pay wo de abetudwa yeso ye di bi somo ewo kase no eso
2026 say your president no onye papa abibia be green bia emfa na ye betra ka say na ye be yesi wo ha na ye be say tie ni a good leader na ye be kan wo ha nyina waste of time enti no ye pese make sure say your president no eden correct
yes
ye tie o memu ha Ghana independence no be enu a we si habo e wo Ghana ha
there be
na Kwame Nkrumah habo ba ko no si ye no ane water ma mebo
enu kra no kuta scan di ye
kuta scan di si ye na obi enu a we si airport ni bi aka ho na mebo na airport obi ensi airport ni bi nka ho o memu ha two of us
true
John Mahama be president no si tema habo no foforo na e wo no
sharp
ye mankofo daada yen say John Mahama wakoton habo no so na e wo ho na wo ko committee 1 wa committee 3 wa wonam ho hu say habo na won eye a whole brand new airport habo no yesisi ho dada no na Kwame Nkrumah si yen e da so wo ho old one into 2026 mo obi am be dada o Ghana ha obi ya de papa wan hwe ye obenya nkofo mbe dada o ombe disibu na asem no mbe kan trauma na be no kure John Mahama koton habo no da bi 2026 obi am bie nani na yen hwe ni en support mampani ono penny nipa we see airport
yes
airport no tena train na foforo
yes fresh from scratch
we man kofa ka say meboa wo so wuni
ka say
dem ka say
offer the
life when airport be beside
e wa na offer
the Africa wetin Africa ha wetin South Africa yes South Africa no we hu ade we
thank you
into 2026 one hwe year say wo ko 31st night bonfire say na me mesrew biemeni maminyansa na mampeni ya ade a obi because nwanwa dudu say mampeni AC airport this abona nkofo wetumi aka say omu dabi ya from ani into 31st night mo mpaye nyangme adom yenya mampeni papa oman no in the next 4 years with the big push program every major road is going to be built. Ghana is going to turn into something else.
Yes.
So apparently Kwame A+ one no den same way abetudwa mra yenso ye de bi ababe somo e wakase no se de wo to ansem no so akonsem from there yin na yenim se eye bronya fasha idie e wo my Ghana ha ye go so aye di no eye ochina ana ye be cross over e de do eye 2026 emu no enam so ma afibia no eye knockout ene nyame keka ka ho nipa dodo na ene o mo bobo ne se ne o mo pa bia e wo my Ghana ha ne no enam so ma eye impenifo a wo mo eda sa adwumede ya no Wamode abetujomo from who say National Air Commission on Small Arms and Light Weapons. Wamode abetujomo chese sa knockout ni ade ne boni o ewo my Ghana ha no wamode tab no eto so na sa tab no na obode to so no besi ne sa tab no wo mu enyi enfran free bibia so no nti knockout ni ade no illegal ewo my Ghana ha wo mu say o boni se ne opa bia wo mehwe ama Ghana mra no ene wo ediniye papa mo chese ne ti a wo de tab no to so no kwan a ebinum fa so ebo knockout ni ade enye kwan papa ade a ehu yie papa betimi edi nipa dodo na enkwa etimi ato assignment no ti ano enam so ma wo so mutimi de tab no say eto so na executive secretary edema commission Dr. Adams Bona wono ano de abetudwa wo chem se sa band na wo de to so me che tab no wo mu enyi ye no ti hwe na 31st watch night I de be hyehyes no obia ankobon knockout ana wanye bibia ensem fatanye sa wo mbehwe ama Ghana mra no ene wo edi ni se ne fata pan no nti semwe and then they dream penny for a dear betu dwa wo mo chem say 31st watch night e be kono e knockout ne bono obi bia enhwe ne yie papa na okobo ne wan bo ne kwan papa so agana mra no ene wo ebedi no senia e fata ye de wo e free sansem ne mu anope ne ye de wo akonsem from dia eye illegal connection e de ma eye nsuo ni ade na no enam so ma Ghana Water Company Limited abekasa e de afa mo chem say eno e ade bia e ha mo yie papa e ma nsuo ni treat ni ade no entimi engina ne nine so eni tu kokobo na mo de wo mo de ko e de amo bibia same way ana Ghana Water Company for wo mo so wo mo de abetudwa anope.
Limited has had enormous challenges during the course of 2025. I mean, people haven't paid their bills the way we expect, so it's been very difficult managing the company in 2025. Now, our expectation is that people will take on a new leaf come 2026 and pay their bills so that we can have funds in the system to serve our customers the way we want to. We need to build new treatment plants. We need to expand the existing ones. We need to extend pipelines. We need to change the old outmoded equipment, pumps. We need to change old pipelines and all that. That can only be done with revenue. But when people are stealing the water and not paying, it becomes very difficult for us to roll in revenue to enable us to do those things. We can only do those things when we have funds, and the funds only come from the revenue that we collect from, or the litter that we collect from our customers after they have consumed our water. We also have to buy chemicals and buy every input needed for the treatment of water. So if people refuse to pay, then it becomes very difficult for us to have funds and to import all the chemicals and every input needed for the treatment of water. So we'll urge Ghanaians, let's take on a new leaf. Let's pay our bills promptly. Let's stop illegal connections, and let's help Ghana Water Company Limited.
Finally, somewhere ana Ghana Water Company Limited in penny for women the abetudwa yen so ye dibi aba besomo e wo kase no so ye gina mo nsem esu ne twan ho akwaja abo afon krato aba ye ba nsem no e beto aso e de ama.
Fraba just woni o yanom e hyen a en use fuel we so yensesa oil ne wo hia eni ni key e hyen egumechi nyina eye Leap Motor Giomi anase Nami eyemu bia won sabeka wo KFM Limited e wo Ghana ha Leap Motor abefu cars abi yanom emwedene sanso efe wa hwe interiors here ka hear me Timothy see and your friend on Leap Motor. There were 3 modes of driving. Obetimi a switch it so open temo a obe in the sports mode. So person will save you battery. Obetimi use economy mode. Na so pentem na open normal riding so your friend is standard. We charge your battery within 6 hours. Ebetumi do Kumasi aba. Metre air 310 kilometers. Enti woni how. Obetumi so the 3 hours fast charger. A charger na mana you full. Bonama no Kumasi aba. Say no. Me try the aka no. Giomi. Ni awo hia ne key. Make sure the key ni ben. Wa wo hwese na interior on it na. Black and white papa. So no FSN yo. Wa screen tentin. E bo ma hu car no battery aka. Na ma hu mileage nso wo so. We so de etu kwan 320 kilometers and sana was charge. Ubetimi a charge in 6 hours. Fast charger ya 3 hours. Abefu efidie yenso. Ubetimi a driving in 3 modes. A standard, sports, and now say economy. So we pentem to say me yanom choose sports what say. Ubetimi to quite fi hakokubase. ama wo battery ni bi so aka because 320 kilometers. Wo charge in 6 hours obetumi nya full battery. Na wonya fast charge and so 3 hours per your set. Making sure so okay ni ka ho nya sa waka no. Ubi e door na start. Chili Joby, black and white. Makuma swat. Man san ka de yen check the aka no. Yeah no. Abefo de ni mu ba ko ni o. Dia wonya no key. Making sure say key ni ben wonya sa waka mu. Wheel no F. Leather na ewo no so dance. Eye gray ni yo ma hodo mienu. De ni hakakra, ene de mu odu. Esan so was screens mienu. We e ma information a wonya wo car ne wunyina. Ase besia bonum papa. Your friend entertainment. De a wo hia no. Ane. E best ubetumi so drive in 3 modes just like the others. Standard and I say sports. So open tema. Car we so. E betumi etu kwaya kokumasi aba. 330 kilometers. Bichema udu kra betumi jesi so no abonyum kakra. Ansa na edu. Wo charge na 6 hours no. So betumi so charge no 3 hours. If no fast charge. Eyi no munyina KFM Limited. And they are big just so. Fraying near me sanka wo de ententem. So open installment. A high purchase. And train one nase. We've got you solid. Yanume on sabetumi aka fidie mu bia e wo KFM Limited on sabeke fidie no na wetua no nkakra we unya no bebia age KFM Limited fraying ever sort out.
Medogbe na mi Ghana duko do ajaple ho duko kata. Mi chonya nyi adeve na mi cho Talent Microfinance Limited Gajradopa. Mi wona susu savings, adishie, school buafo, cashback, ple bubwa okata. Nenyebe egajom de mi agbo la letie tomegbeko ateun ahoga dodo. Kenenyebe egajom vivi la nenyebe o gahia ola atenwa ava de ogai kenehia fa.
Tanenyebe mi foncho mi afa jomu yo kenye mi afa gadodo nyawa. Business loan elemiashi, church finance elemiashi, salary loan elemiashi, eye bubu oli kenye personal loan. Nenyebe mi foncho business loan a enye gadodo ikemie nana asichalao. Nenyebe washigba keke alum eleswe we have talent. Mi pepegede nwo nenye wo shigba lesua ne woge wo kekegede ji to talent pomonu ome nenye be mi fonchu mi afa salary loan a enye gado mo mi ke mi vuna mi afa jirudu $1 nke ga nyo he ya va talent wo pay slip pe bank statement ye kwenye nwi hia o na kokko ho salary loan le rate mi to keke akeji church financier personal loan va nenye habobo masoli hama eji fufofo sankuo jitao olila ashibobwe kekeake nye flegeno na nohem v choji nto jinwade vare kwereka mpopo kai ganyu heya talent kuna kpohe ya ole chagbagba na do tare talent bena wo gado monwa anobobwe nami akpenami
etibe ya nyafi ke talent la
Talent Microfinance Jengo Amegan Shipe Ape Letina Tejibo Hotame
miape kapomo enya 050-129-1298 alo 050-128-9119 talent oga kwamanu banto
Talent Microfinance, your channel of wealth.
For your time, I'm akwaba edam asesa no pay muguso etmu TV ho amohwe no so pay mu kase wo KFM TV ne so mekoso e kai usa no pay nsem no echego ewe abe fontentam fidie ne so Facebook and YouTube KFM TV GH eno to betimi ahwebi na wa share na wa like na wa dwenche ne so die gu ase ama me kama me to ansem ne so e de ama odia ende de okopie mu ewo gomu anyenya no a abetodwa se eye chieftaincy dispute bi akoso ho a ende mentimi ho ase bi akoso ho no enam sama sisi ade eye empenifo ade aposifo akukudam ye papa ene ade omo ekopie mu ha omo kohwe ma asumdie mapa etimi epie mu ewo ho ni nanse omo chesa ahemfo sensem eno enenam so masa mentimi ho ase etimi amane homeso ho inspector general of police area eye Christian toko yewura Christian yohonu wono so abone homode ede eye aposifo akukudam ekogu ha omo kohwe ma asumdie mapa etimi epie mu ewo gomu anyenya no ene ne mpotem ho asesi ade eye nipa dodo na epu aba montim a wo mu ina ehwe sa asumdie ebetimi epie mu ewo ho se no nti semwe anende dwe eye efri gomu anyenya no aye so ye de bi aba besomo ewo ho sa ye de wo efri sansem no no pay ne ye de wo akonsem from there eye Electricity Company of Ghana wo modi abetudwa womo echemu sesisi ade womo ede percentage bi ebetwa womo we ne sha mo echese no ebeboa amomo adwuma no akoso ye papa na private sector participation ewo ACG no eye TUC penifo no mo de abetudwa mo chese eye womo ede 90% eno ana ebetume no ebehwe momo adwuma no etimi akonanim ye papa semwe ana TUC penifo enso ede abetudwa no pay a yeso ye de bi esomo.
So, if you read the statement, we then sat down with government and agreed on a number of things. Government will be doing, the union and the workers will be doing, and the management of ECG will also be doing. So, over the past 5 months, and I was part and parcel of those meetings. Over the past 5 months, the results have been good. The budget for 2026 captured the result. That ECG revenues have increased by 90%. Power has been stable. System losses have gone down. The IPPs are getting their payment. Of course, we recognize there's still room for improvement. And the workers or pool, the ECG workers are prepared to go the extra mile in working with government to do that.
Penalty somewhere and at TUC in penny for Modi Abetudja no pay so ye DB aba abesomo e wakasi no so ye gina so near Daniel Hosima by a buy in sem no echo edwedie. Yaden sem no ekọ edwedie nsem dia eye gold board che ede ema gold board jumedie no wono so aba montimende dwe wabekasa ede afasika no sombo eye 214 million US dollars wache se eno enye debt nemom eye cost a eno wo mo hwe se ebetimi ama mwadwuma no etimi akoso yie papa ede amo bibia no ti NPP amenu okono se omutimi ka omakoma to mo yem na wo mo ebo omo hombonde se ne be betimi abo amo mo susu adwuma wo mo ye no etimi akọnanim ye papa semwe ana gold board chair wono so wode abetudwa anope ya yede bi esomo ewedwede nsem no
the program that is started. What's the essence of it? The essence of it is to stabilize the currency. The currency. So within all these losses that they made, $1 was to 17 cedis. $1 was to 17 Ghana cedis. And then another aim of this program is for price stability. Price stability. What do we see today? Within their time, the inflation was between 54.3% to 23.4%. It ended up with 23.4%. What are we seeing today? Now, what we are seeing today is that with the operations of the gold board, which is surviving this economy, has made gains, a lot of gains. Now we can be comfortable to say that $1 is moving around 11 Ghana cedis. And look at inflation, 6.3% as at November. So in conclusion, what I want to say and state is that the $240 million that they are claiming that is a debt that has been incurred by the gold board is not true. It's a cost. It's a cost. You know what cost means. You know what losses means. It's a cost. It's not a loss. It has created a lot of impact in the country. So I was expecting the MPP not to jump before the gun, but to take their time for the financials of the gold board to be read so that they can make meaningful, contribution to that.
Ebusiafo anu tin same way ana gold board chair wode abetudwa yen so ye dibi ababesomo ewo dwede nsem no mo yeguso a ewo dwede nsem ne modia ye ne so eye majority a wo ewo mrahye bedwafie enso abekasa e de afa gold board ho nsem na wo chesen kebe ya eye NPP amenu ko mo nkoma kuma nto wo yem na wo so wo mo fa wo mo eye financial no man wo mo fa mbra mo ntimasa wo matimi e de wo final conclusion abeto edwanu nti obi bia enka na koma entu nem na yade a wo mo eye nhihye se wo matimi e de wo mo noma e betimi abetu dwa no mo so mo atibi e wo masumi same way anadom kese no wo mo de abetu edwa.
The gold board has not rendered its financials. Let's wait for the gold board to render its financials before we can say that this is a cost. But all what we are saying is that the operations of the gold board is for a purpose. Is the purpose of setting up the gold board is in progress. Look at the stability of the cedi now. You understand my point? Look at inflation, look at the cedi and the dollar relationship we have today. So we are achieving it. You see, MPP is intentionally making this news to render our economic gains useless. But Ghanaians know what is happening in this country. If you think you can use the forex to stabilize the macroeconomic indicators in the country, you should have done that. So if we are doing that, it's a plus to the government. And everybody is happy. We realize that the rating agencies, organizations are rating Ghana. I was with the IMF and the World Bank, annual meeting. Ghanaian economy was applauded. They gave us the chance for the Governor of Bank of Ghana to tell the whole world how within a period of 7 months, 8 months, we have been able to chalk these successes. So to me, it is serious propaganda. You should go back and look at what they did in the country that, rendered this economy useless, and now our economy is useful.
Busiafo anu tin same way anadom kese no a wo ma hye wo mo so wo de abetudwa ye de bi aba abesom ye gina so ne adane ye ho sima ba ye ba ye de nsem no ekọ enigede emu. Sam no ekweni jedie mudia endedwe abeto dwa se Ghana nyumtuni e ba ne high life nyumto a wo bone homodin wo mu yie papa se ebu amefi endedwe abeto dwa se papa yi ato anananum e won hyedo a eno ayawe hosem yie papa e hosa na wo mo chemo se eye asebu amefi ade a e ba ne nyumto e wo my Ghana ha ende obone homodin na yawe kakra e ne beche na eno enam so moduma kuma wo e de abefa papa yi ekwa sesi ade ye hwenim se ne final funeral arrangement no mo de beba betudwa na obi bia atibi e wo na so menu ti sesi ade papa yi ade a wato ananam e won sedra eno aye are hosem ne ndwum de ebi edros ye papa ba no my Ghana ha ndwum de wabobi ye papa na sisi ade papa yi waka nchinegua eno aye are hosem anope yensu ye de bi aba besomo hosa ye gina ni semi so ne de anopa no so mpem kase no ye ninia aba na wie yensem no na edros ye papa na de di mo akotene bi ene se eye kojo ponkroma eye ofansa ye bi abaton peso aso wo mmarahye bedwani no wode nsem bi ebetudwa efa eye IMF nsem ha ye di yemu nsem ye de ebesomo hosa enso so na Kwame A+ wono so wode nsem bi ebetudwa efa Ghana ya kwanti mpo ho nsem no so a eno ye di yemu nsem ye de ebro ye de dwode nsem eka ho de ma eye Sami Jenfi ho nsem any gold board ho nsem no ye de yemu nsem ye de ebesomo ye de ni jede nsem enso eka ho edima no pe eye high life musician asay Boame fi endedwe abetodwa se papai atwa nananum ewon sedo no sie de mu nchemu ye de ebesom weni nsem ni afoforo pi aye bo ano a ye de ebesom wo se no so pem kase wo KFM TV no so ye beda ya bo afo ase KFM Musical Center Dadaba Tech Hub and a Talent Microfinance wo mo ananope wo mutimi bo me twido ma me de nsem no me de ba ebesom wo kenkan fa wo te me ka no pe edin a meje so enema mi esinkoma yakramuna